Lord Saumil Mehta. Saumil, hi, morning. Lot of volatility on crude, but it seems like we're headed in for a 100-odd point uptick on the GIFT Nifty. What's your reading on the charts now for the index, firstly?
Good morning to everyone. Yes, I do. I've seen a lot of volatility in the recent months, but crude in the last probably 6 to 7 months has seen sharp moves, absolutely sharp moves, which are very uncommon. Now, for Nifty, it is in a broad range between 24,500 and 23,500. So it's 1,000 points range. And within this range, there is a range between 24,300 and 23,800. So 23,800 at this point of time remains very, very crucial in the very short term where there is a gap on the charts. And I don't see at this point of time markets going below 23,800. However, on the upside, I see the targets of around 24,300, 24,400. The 200 daily exponential moving average is around 24,370. So that will be a hurdle. That will be a very, very crucial hurdle for the markets. And I don't see markets going above that. So my view is sideways to positive. And I'll be expecting this range to continue for probably a couple of weeks more till the time we don't see crude a little stabilizing, USD INR stabilizing. So all of these factors are more important right now. However, we will have a lot of opportunities in sector specific rotations. Like for example, pharma has done really well, and I expect pharma to do continue the uptrend. Real estates have done really well in the last couple of months, and I'm expecting the trend to continue. I'm expecting defense to do well from here. IT is doing really well, started bouncing back. So IT is expected to continue the uptrend as well. So these are a few sectors which I like, and I would like to focus more on sectors rather than indices.
So what is the sectoral flavor that you're seeing in the market right now, Saumil? Given the churn, or rather I should say the pace of churn that's happening on a daily basis, where do you see weakness and leadership?
The weakness is clearly with FMCG at this point of time. I was expecting a good move, a reversal move on FMCG, but that did not happen. I was absolutely positive on FMCG, but that did not happen. However, there are two sectors which I'm definitely looking at. Pharma was definitely there. It is it is continuing the uptrend, but a little focus has changed towards IT now. IT is doing really well. Infosys, Coforge and Tech Mahindra, all three are looking good to me. Infosys has great risk reward at this point of time, trading about 2040 daily moving average. Previous swing high has broken for Infosys, so that is I'm expecting a good move there towards 1200, towards probably 1250 level. So IT is definitely looking very interesting, and real estate, Lodha, DLF, Oberoi, all of these stocks are looking good, but DLF has been a laggard. So I would bet that DLF would do well from here. It has taken support at 2040, 200 daily moving average, creating a triangular pattern, and I'll be expecting the stock to go above 710, 720 levels in the short to medium term outlook.
Interesting. Okay, Saumil, hang in there. I'm just going to come back to you and get in your mid-cap ideas as well, considering Smiths is where the bright sparks are in the markets in any case. But Mayuresh, curious to know, how is it that you're looking at this turnaround in IT after Coforge's performance?
No, I think Coforge was an outlier, to be honest, Aisha. And the management commentary just spurred the stock at higher levels. I think this is the one management within the entire sector which probably elucidated to the fact that Q2 might be stronger than Q1, and Q3 and Q4 might be equally strong. So I think the sharp turnaround that you're probably seeing in terms of expectations of our earnings delivery will probably happen in the aftermath of and the entire AI built out has probably played out on the price. Now, they've really delivered well in terms of numbers, and therefore, if they're able to execute well, along with the select niche components of the AI trade probably going in their favor, I think the stock might do well. The other stock, which I'm again mentioning, is it's not that I own the stock or we own the stock. But it's a dark horse of sort within the sector as a whole, has been Datamatics. So surprisingly, this stock has not corrected as much as the IT sector, and in fact has remained extremely, extremely resilient as we speak. And it's a complete play in terms of catering to Fortune 500 companies. They have deployed generative AI a few years back. They're generating agentic AI solutions for a few Fortune 500 majors on the metro system as well as we speak. And therefore, if you probably look at how the performance of Datamatics has been in the aftermath of the entire IT route that we've probably seen, this has been one consistent performer, to say the least. Again, a clear disclaimer, I don't own the stock, nor do we own the stock in.
Right. Okay. Mayuresh, thanks as always for taking the time out. Good speaking with you. Let me take it across to Ashesha then and get in the big brokerage call for the day. And DAM Capital, quite interestingly, has initiated a coverage on Gen Resource Cycling with a buy rating and a target price of 412, implying about a 22% upside from the current market price of the stock. Ashesha, tell us a little bit more about the company and why is it that DAM Capital is so bullish?
Well, yes, so Gen Resource Recycling is on our radar this morning because DAM Capital has initiated coverage with a buy rating and a target price of 412, and this implies 22% upside as compared to yesterday's closing price. Now, they say that the company is a market leader in copper recycling with a market share of about 55%, and it is the second largest player in lead recycling with a market share of about 40%. They've also spoken about how the company is engaged in aluminium, plastic and tin recycling, and the company is also moving up the value chain, where the company said that it is moving up in the copper value chain by manufacturing copper cathode, wire rod and bus bar, improving per ton profitability in that segment going forward. In fact, DAM Capital has also penciled in EBITDA CAGR growth of about 21% over the period FY26 to 28. They say regulatory tailwinds are likely to aid growth for the company going forward. Copper volumes are likely to see a 10% CAGR growth, with lead volumes rising at a CAGR of about 6% over FY26 to 28. On a consolidated basis, DAM Capital says that earnings are likely to grow at a CAGR of 22% over FY26 to 28 on account of regulatory tailwinds, coupled with volume growth and the fact that the company is focusing more on value-added products going forward. So very bullish reports that they've come out with. 20% upside from the current market price is what DAM Capital sees on this counter.
Okay, that's the take coming in on Gen Resource Cycling. Let's just see where the stock heads in today's trading session, given that initiation by DAM Capital. But just looking at the mid-cap end of the market, and that of late, in any case since the March recovery, has been a lot more lively. While yesterday, yes, by a slim margin, it is the declines which did take over. But then again, you had those bright pockets in a Radico, in a Kalyan Jewellers, which held out 8.25%. Lodha and Coforge, of course, we've talked about those names in any case. And then, of course, there were other names like Varun Beverages, Tata Power, etc., which were also very, very actively traded. But Kunal, curious to know, what is it that you're liking within the broader end of the market specifically?
So I think from the broader markets, I would look at interglobe aviation. I think at the current levels, with the crude oil prices ebbing off broadly, I think I would sense that the base the stock has formed at 5,000, 5,100. I think that's now a very solid support for the stock in the near term. So would look at an immediate target of 5380, 5400 for interglobe aviation. Stop loss to be kept at 5,150.
Somil, what about your mid-cap ideas?
I think from the mid-cap side, I have on the Sagility from the IT pack. As I mentioned, IT definitely looks interesting here. There are stocks which could do really well from here. So Sagility would be one of the picks I would really like from these levels. It has broken out of a small triangle pattern on the upside. It has been trading just around 200 daily exponential moving average. Miraya said, Sher Khan Research Desk, our desk has also released a report last month on Sagility. And I think from here, this stock on the upside, I would be looking at, target of around 48, and downside, the stop loss could be around 41.
What about some of the, hi Somil, good morning. What about some of the larger NBFCs, Chola, Tata Capital, Shriram, any of those on your radar at all?
See, Shriram has definitely been always on the, on the buy list for me. It has taken support very recently, 3 trading sessions back. It has taken support at 40 daily moving average and also the lower end of the Bollinger Band on the daily charts. Momentum indicators are still on the buy side. The cycle is not completed on the upside. So I'll be expecting more, upside for Shriram Finance. Short-term targets would be around 1110, and for me, the medium-term target would be 1200, 1250 levels for Shriram Finance.
Out of VST Industries, the numbers were extremely weak. In fact, I want to quickly pull out some of those numbers. The revenue was down 14%, EBITDA taking a larger knock. It's a 13-quarter plus low on the absolute EBITDA number of 50 crore. Margins coming to 20%, now sub 20% in fact. And profit too taking a multi-quarter knock, more than a 10-quarter low of just 42 crore this quarter. Should you go out and buy this dip at all? What's your sense, Somil?
No, VST Industries, I don't like the trend at this point of time. It has been trading below averages. Previously, probably a couple of months back, it gave a breakout about 200 daily moving average. It gave a breakout about, a downward sloping trend line, but that breakout failed. It has been in the downtrend in the short term, medium term, long term. So I'll be expecting the downtrend to continue till 200 levels. So the next level I'll be watching out for is 200. Maybe more on the downside, but at this point of time, avoid or probably exit.
In fact, I want to check in on what some of these names are up to. Let's start off with L&T first, and let's see what the earnings reaction is there. And then, of course, we'll take it up from there, because L&T, of course, is the big one that the market is going to be reacting to this morning. We'll just come off you on your screens. In the pre-open rates, it's holding up by about 1.6% as we speak. What about HDFC Bank? Is there further weakness coming in on that stock? Let's see what that stock as well is up to. And then, of course, there are multiple or other slew of other brokerage notes as well as stocks as well that we're keeping on our radar this morning. And take a look at what Tata Capital as well is up to. Decent set of earnings coming in there. Ambuja, wherein the management is guiding now for approximately an 8% volume growth for FY27. That's going to be a strong one. Then, of course, there is the likes of sugar companies as well. The government has capped the sugar stock holding at 4,000 quintals per dealer. So that's the other cluster of stocks in focus. Phoenix Mills, which came out with its numbers, EBITDA higher by 14%, revenue has risen 13%, although it's fallen a little short of what the market was anticipating, which is why that downtick on the stock of about 1.6% or so. And then, of course, there is DCM Shriram, RPG Live. They've also come out with their numbers. And there's True Alt Energy as well. Look out for what that stock does. Significant margin expansion in the stock, or rather in the earnings, 21% versus a comparable of 14%. So good set of numbers coming in over there from True Alt. Pine Labs as well, they've actually upgraded their margin. So the margin guidance is looking very, very strong. They're saying that, as transaction volumes compound, their investment matures, they expect higher margins in the coming quarters and for the full year as well. Pine Labs is going to be the other one to look out for. And very strong numbers from NetWeb as well. Let's check in on that stock. There was that performance of 20% growth on a sequential basis in their PAT that they've actually reported. NetWeb starts off with a gain of about almost 2.5% in trade. So yes, seems like very stock specific again is how the day is likely to be reacting to the earnings.
Well, absolutely. You look at an SH Kelkar, you look at a DCM Shriram within the broader markets, some of those stocks are perked up, 7.5% on an SH Kelkar, very strong numbers. From the hospitals pack, Somil, is there a preference there?
Apollo Hospital has always been on the radar in the on the hospital pack. But I'm liking more of very mid caps from the hospital pack. Some of the stocks like uh, Yatharth or Rainbow at this point of time. Rainbow is doing really well. It is in the uptrend, high top, high bottom on monthly, weekly charts, quarterly swing highs have been broken for Rainbow. I'll be expecting the stock to continue the uptrend. It's from the mid cap space, but I would, be positive on this stock. In the medium term outlook as well, the stock target probably would be around 1650 in the medium term. But in the very short term, I'll be expecting the stock to go up till at least 1530, 1550 levels. You can keep a stop loss of around 1425 in the short term and 1390 or 1360 in the medium term outlook, and definitely looks positive.
Okay, getting set then for the market open rates, and we're settling in higher at least for the Nifty. Let's see which way we actually pan out for the day. Here comes the opening bell. 0.6% higher, 24,150 plus levels for the Nifty 50. Nifty Bank higher by about 0.4% as well. What is the mid and the small cap index up to? Let's check in on the breadth of the market as well and whether SPIDs are actually outperforming what the large caps are doing, the mid and the small cap index. Nifty IT, once again, your top performer, much in trend with yesterday, 2.6% higher for that index. Chemicals, finance, FMCG and metals are your other gainers. Realty is actually a drag, and so is oil and gas, and autos as well are not doing a whole lot, at least in the first few rates. Let's check in on what the stock-specific action then is looking like, and where is it that you are seeing the gainers and the losers. Let's start off with L&T first. That's a reaction that the street would definitely be absorbing. It's a mixed bag for L&T. The revenues have risen about 7% on a year-on-year basis, while the EBITDA has declined 3%. L&T starts off with a big move, 3.25% higher for L&T as we speak right now. 39.50 on L&T is where the stock is. Phoenix Mills is the other one. The revenue and EBITDA have grown, but have managed to miss the estimates regardless. So let's see how the street is actually reacting to those numbers. Phoenix Mills lower by 4% as we speak right now. Pradeep Phosphates as well came out with its numbers. Look out for what that stock does. Decent numbers coming in there, 3.25% higher for that stock. AGI Greenpack, strong operational performance, revenue higher by 14%, EBITDA uptick of nearly 22.5%. SH Kelkar as well, very strong Q1 for them. And then, of course, some order wins coming in for both RVNL as well as Realty too. And then Dalmia Bharat, wherein their subsidiary has emerged as a successful resolution applicant for Bhilai JP Cement. So that as well is the other one. Grasim is looking to raise its stake in Aditya Birla Renewables now to 73, almost touching actually 74%. So look out for what this stock as well does in trade. And then, of course, Birla Soft too. The revenues were largely in line, wherein there was an EBIT decline of about 12.1% on a sequential basis. VST Industries, like Harsh as well was flagging off earlier, weak set of numbers. Revenue decline of nearly 14%, stock down 4.5% as we speak right now. Arcade Developers, Graphite India, these are some of the other stocks which are also in focus this morning. Strong numbers from NetWeb, let's check in on that. And then Pine Labs too, wherein they've upped the margin guidance. NetWeb starts off with a gain of 2%, and Pine Labs is the other one which will come up for you on your screens next. Other than that, of course, it's the entire OMCs and paint companies lot because of the volatility that one is seeing in crude prices. TrueAlt as well, decent margin expansion. Suzlon, the management has flagged off for 10 to 20% of deliveries were delayed because of the West Asia crisis in their conference call. That's the other one in focus. And so is Graphite India, wherein US has now imposed a 3.68% countervailing duty on the company's electrode exports. So that's the other one which we're focusing in on this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of broader markets, let's quickly pull those up as well. The small cap index trending in the green now. The mid cap index also 0.5% higher. So decent moves on both of those. In terms of sectors, I want to quickly check in on what IT is doing. Another 2.5%. I mean, the move on IT this week has been fantastic. Already double-digit returns. I believe for the week. The 3 days already, or rather 2.5 odd days, 2 days and 1 open. Metals up around 0.8% thereabouts. FMCG up 0.75%. Auto index is up 2/3. Bank index is up half. So there's good amounts of support. It's only the Realty index which seems to be lagging. Kunal.
It's a good start for the market, because we are back again about 24,000 mark. The premium is holding up to 80-85 points for the index. Bank Nifty showing slight bit of a comeback after yesterday's cool off of sorts. And I think it's good to see new sectors participating, like for example the auto stocks making a very good comeback for themselves. Many of the names over there. So I would sense that the markets could start to slowly and gradually open up, but we need to break past about those hurdles of 24,350 on the spot Nifty for the trend to be a lot more stronger and for the market breadth to make a very strong and a durable impact going forward. So we need to see another 150 points on the upside before we establish a big breakout on the indices. In terms of opening trade, I would look at CDSL, a stock which I think on the short-term charts has gone through a 10-12% correction in the last 1 or 2 weeks. The risk reward now starts to look very attractive for the stock at the current levels.
Well, today actually seems to be a good day looking at the large cap universe. I mean, it's not just IT, but other heavyweights like L&T and ICICI Bank, which is a due contributor to the move today. Even HDFC Bank has sprung up about 1%. So at least the start of the day is looking a lot more comfortable. And then, of course, there are a lot of mid-caps as well. Coforge is pushing forward after that big move yesterday. Chola Finance is holding up 3%. Look at some of the earnings reactions at Crude, for instance. I think it's holding up over 6% as we speak, reacting to its strong numbers. But Saumil, what are the trades that you're spotting?
Yeah, I think I had on the cash side, I had Paradeep Phosphate, which has broken out on the upside. Looks great to me. I think in the medium term outlook, I'll be expecting this stock to go up till at least 165, 170 levels on the cash side. But again, on the IT side, I would focus more on the IT side. As I mentioned, Infosys in the beginning, Infosys definitely looks good. It has, it has opened, positive today, looking great to me. On the upside, I'll be expecting a target of 1200 and above. Probably towards 200 daily exponential moving average, which is very close to 1300 levels. So positive on the IT side. Stay sector specific focused, and IT definitely looks good to me from here.
Okay, IT looking good, and IT definitely holding in good stead this morning as well. But Saumil, Kunal, great to have you both on the show. We'll let you guys go on that note. We're settling